Now, to say Barbara was a bit of an oddity is a bit of an understatement. She was very, very much her own person, and she had a family of 7 children living in this house, and they were all wonderful kids. And what happened was, as I said earlier, the press got interested, and they called her up, and they kept coming round, and they kept asking her for interviews, and so on and so forth. But Barbara was not really interested in that. What she was interested, like I say, was getting the word out to the general public and making paganism acceptable and amenable for all the people in the locality. As such, she started doing things. She had tarot readings, she had open evenings, she had open rituals. And what happened with her was that she got a little seduced by the dark side of the press. And a lot of the time, she was being dragged out to be interviewed on television, radio, everything. Paper, you go to the newspaper at the time. I just spent 7 days going through a newspaper archive, and the amount of stuff that was there about Barbara is unbelievable. And it ranges from being part of a Crown Court trial about a woman who was trying to use her to commit murder by magic. Then there is also a very interesting one which got the headlines quite universally, which was when in 1984, she discovered that her house was not in very good shape. Foundations were crumbling, and the work needed to save the house was going to be huge and very expensive. So she decided that it was time to look for a new place, and with a family of 7 children and her husband and several animals, including ducks, snakes, dogs, cats, parrots. I can't remember all the rest of them. There's a lot of animals there, peacocks. She needed a large place, and she found what she thought was the ideal home for her family, which would also couple as an excellent place for a pagan temple. Hence came the story of Slack Chapel in Heptonstall. In 1984, she put in a bid to try and buy an old deconsecrated church because it had lots of rooms and she had 7 children and animals, and she wanted it. It was cheaper than saving the house. Immediately, the press took it up and the locals took it up, and there became a battle between the local Christians and Barbara. Now, Barbara, like I say, she did say that she wanted a temple there. She liked the idea of using that space, a sacred area, for any pagan groups or occult groups who would like to use it.